Hey, I'm living in America. That's pretty cool when you think about it. Welcome back to Planet Coaster. Of course, my name is Underdog, and this is my all-American sandbox park. If you haven't been here for the past two parts, we got a lot done. As you can see, there's some fireworks here. And I'm not sure if I need to go through a whole tour of the park, but I'll do it. I guess so. So you just walk in, and it's like a main street. We've got a bank with some ATMs, a gift shop, French fries, burgers, popcorn, Hat's Fantastic. My first ride is called the Minuteman. It is a Trident style coaster where it lifts you up backwards and then releases you down, and you go through two loops. It's the red one right here. Go through two loops and then back up another drop, and you go back through the same way you came. So it's a little back and forth coaster here. Let's sit on it and let's ride on it. Oh God, I got that coronavirus. Start the damn coaster. Okay. Yeah, this park obviously isn't finished, and I should be able to finish it today, like 100%. Should be able to. I'm just gonna ride all the rides one time, and then get back into what I was doing. There's one loop. There's two loops, and then you go up a hill and back up a drop. Picks you up and lets you go. I positioned that other coaster right next to this one so you would get a pretty incredible view. Oh God, what the hell is wrong with me today? Struggling here. And then I have all-American classic ride, the Ferris wheel. Not the most exciting thing, but it's, you know, it fits the theme. I also have some barbecue ribs and water, hot dogs and coffee, gulpy soda. And then right here we have a classic gnarler wooden style coaster called the Wooden Teeth. So we're gonna get on this one and we're gonna ride it. If it starts at any time. Hopefully it's not broken. Because every time I try to ride a coaster in this game, it seems to be broken down. But only when I try to ride it. So this is a pretty standard Cyclone-esque type wooden coaster. Goes around, I put some planes and other decorations in the middle to give you something to look at while you're on it. Pretty much it for that coaster. And then we have this Skywatcher, which is like an observation tower. Just goes up and you get to view the park from in there. And then beyond this coaster, excuse me, we have the Hammer Swing, which is another nice big ride, flat ride. Not very popular though, because nobody's in line for this one. And then the American Arrow, a classic American steel coaster. Nobody on this one either. Maybe I'll just have to do a test ride so that way we can get on it. I might fix this start off point too. I've been messing with the start of this coaster because I'm not really sure how I want it to start off, because this little hill going into the bigger hill just kind of feels weird now. I like the idea initially, but now I'm like, I don't know if I should keep it. Kind of liked it the other way. I don't know why I changed it. I was trying to make it more exciting, but I don't know if that's exactly what I did here. So you get a big 200-foot drop right into a side loop. And then this whole section is mirrored perfectly. Like I said, next to the other coaster. Hammerhead turn, come back. This is called an out and back coaster, because it goes out and back, obviously. And then you get a 60-degree turn here into a bracket, which allows me to have another coaster on the same, or another car on the same coaster, so I can have more people riding it. And there you go. Or I might just leave it. I might just leave this start the way it is, because I mean it's done. And then I have the spinning eagles, the shifty eagles right there. Nice classic ride. And last but definitely not least, we have this unfinished classic car ride going through a quote-unquote mini America. I was building separate areas, and the first area you drive through is New Orleans. So we put some confetti and we decorated a building with some sugar skulls, and there's like a guy up here doing some Mardi Gras juggling, and I hope the colors and everything get the theme across for this section. And then this one is Miami, obviously with the alligator. And I'm gonna finish the ride. Hold on, I'm showing off what I did. Jeez. Speed limit 69, because you have to have that meme there. And then I made this like mini Washington Monument between the sections, because you were like, you missed a lot of states, and so I put some stuff that represents other states in between the other ones. And then of course the New York City section, which is just a street with a lot of billboards and advertisements, and it's supposed to be like Times Square. So that's what this one is. And then Niagara Falls, this is the waterfall. That's as good as it's gonna get, guys. This is done. And waterfalls are just annoying and take forever to build, but that's what I got there for that. So I'm not gonna add more to it. It's that it gets the idea across, you know. And then I also put like this car dealership to represent Michigan or Detroit or something in between. And then Salt Lake City, Utah, with the it's famous for having this big city hall building, and this building kind of looks like it. So got a classical style building there, and the red arch, the famous Utah arches. And then the next section, which I didn't finish, that we're going to be starting on today, is Seattle. So obviously it's raining, there's a bunch of woods, there's like a campfire, and I'm actually doing this thing where we're going to count the Skywatcher as the Seattle Space Needle. So this was built here purposely. And that'll technically be part of the ride. So yeah, they stop right there. And then I was thinking of doing either LA or Vegas or both after that. So this background could be for LA, and then I could have stuff that represents Hollywood. And then I was thinking of doing a Las Vegas section right here. And then I want to do a Midwest section, like Kansas or something, with a farmhouse and some hay and stuff. And then I was thinking Texas and San Francisco over here. I'm going to try to build like a mock Golden Gate Bridge at the end of the ride. That's going to be the finale. So you go all across America in this little car ride. You get rained on? Yes, you do. You can't have Seattle not be rainy. It's known as the rainy city. Kind of what it's famous for. So that's what we're going to start today. I've been using these signs. So let's make sure I know how to spell Seattle. It's got 2 T's, right? Seattle Seahawks, baby. Representing. I'll just take this. That's the next stop there. And yeah, this is just a classic road trip kind of. And believe it or not, I actually took a road trip across America when I was younger, like in 3rd or 4th grade. Me and my dad went from where I live, well, you know, from my state, right? We went from New Hampshire all the way out to Yellowstone Park in Wyoming and back. And we drove through a lot of different states. So Casey, do you think this should be do you think this should be LA or Vegas? Because I guess this background thing could work for both. I just wanted to have some sort of separation for this section here. And we got the desert and like this pyramid thing. Do both? Yeah, but like, I mean, I guess I could. It's just not a lot of space to represent both. And I was thinking it should just be one or the other. Vegas on the left here. Which is what I think I was gonna do. I just don't know how much stuff I have that can represent Vegas besides this. This is like the pyramid thing there. Like, I don't have an Eiffel Tower or anything like that. So I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking of just doing LA. I feel like LA is easier to do or to get across. Because I mean, you just have to make a mock Hollywood sign, and that's literally it. That's all I would have to do. And I have all kinds of lettering I could use for it. So I was thinking of that. But yeah, feel free to throw out ideas for Los Angeles. I gotta have the Hollywood sign involved somehow. Kinda have to. We could make like a movie scene where cowboys are shooting at aliens. That would be cool. And then you're just like, oh, it's a movie. They're filming a movie. But I need the movies pack, dude. That DLC pack isn't out yet. That would help me a lot with that. Let's put some road signs over here too. Have to remember to do that. Could get another chief beef. Just chief beefs all over the place. That's what really makes it. I gotta have lights. Even if they're not, like, lighting anything up, I gotta have lights over here. Hollywood lighting. Los Angeles! Get out! Get out! California Uber allies, dude. California. Look, it's the Liberty Bell. Get it? Wait, where's... Pennsylvania's between... It's like up here somewhere. Should have a bell representing Pennsylvania. Sorry. I don't know. I guess I could have a bunch of, like, weird props that don't really mean anything. And they're just kind of there. That's okay to do. Oh, an exploding barrel. Okay. Yeah, I think we should just have like a shootout in front of the Hollywood sign. And that might be all I need. That might be it. Wait, there's the giant donut thing, right? You know what I'm talking about. The giant donut, dude. Get some, just props to go in the corner here. Man. Don't know what's happening to me right now. I'm falling apart. Here, there's like a... We'll just have like props on the side too. That represent Vegas, but it's not actually gonna be Vegas. You'll see. It'll make sense once it's all done. I'm just thinking of like what else I can put here. Besides a giant green screen. Alright. Well, you don't really... The thing is, like, when you're on the ride, you don't really see stuff that's right next to the road, so... It's weird. It's awkward. Do. Okay. Giant ice cream. Is that too wacky? This laser thing? I think that's too wacky. The problem is the Hollywood sign's not lit up. But you want to see your name in lights, right? Also, I gotta have like a train somewhere in the middle here. Choo choo. Choo choo. Luggage. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'll just put the letters down and then we'll hope that it gets, you know, spaced properly. That's all I can do. Have like a minecart. Just have like, I'm having random props in between that can represent anything. Twitch hates telling you about live notifications. Yeah, that's been an issue lately, and not just for you. We did a stream last night. Like, we were playing Smite with a bunch of people, and I didn't get a notification when Taylor went live last night, and I was like, I definitely know I have them on. So, yeah, Twitch is just dumb. Doesn't like to tell people when you're live. It's very frustrating. The best thing you guys can do is keep up to date with the Discord and the stream schedule. I stream at the same time every day. Like, usually between noon Eastern and like 5, I'll be alive. Be on Twitch. That's just when I'm available to do it. Okay. Gonna copy parts from the other thing. Also, I got this huge ass paddle streamer. Look at this thing. Paddle steamer. It's gonna be right in the middle. There, that can represent like a couple states. I was gonna put a farmhouse, but I mean this just covers so much space. Plus it kinda, that's what Mississippi's all about, right, Miss Dog? You got those paddle boats down the river. Them paddle boats. Oh, I gotta have palm trees. Nothing says LA like palm trees. Why didn't I think of that until just now? Oh, you know what? There's like leaning ones. I can get one that like leans over. I wanna get them. No, maybe not. Because that's gonna be tricky to get it where I want it. Maybe just one. I don't know how many we need, really. So what's the music for LA? I have rock music for the other section. Each section has its own music, by the way. That's another thing that I don't know if you'll notice until you're actually going through it. Dubstep. The answer is always dubstep. Like rock music. I don't know if it'll make much of a difference, really. I'm gonna hide these in the luggage. Alternative. That's not exactly how it works. Play Freebird, man. Alright. Before I put the lettering, is there anything else? We want this guy shooting at some other guy? An alien shooting at a cowboy? I guess that'll all be under animatronics, won't it? Okay. So I believe that lettering is under the vintage pack. Pretty sure. Yep. Okay. So I'll just put the letters down and we'll have to space them out correctly. I'll get like a nice curve to it too. That would be good. Question is, what color light? Do we even need the light? I mean, it does kind of look better with the lights on, right? I guess that's okay. There's the H. Didn't somebody like try to steal one of the letters one time? Pretty sure that happened in real life. And it wasn't just the plot of a movie or something. Two L's. Spacing this perfectly in this gonna be tricky. I also have to like align it to the track. Check out this trick. Ha! Ooh. Ah! It's gonna be close. I mean, I can have them touching. We still have like 3 more rides I have to build after this classic car ride too. Like I still have to find a place for these 3. And the last thing we're gonna do today is build an Enterprise coaster. I have no idea where that's all gonna go. I mean, we have back here. The coaster's probably gonna go around the back corner. I don't know where the other flat rides are gonna go though. One's gonna have to be tucked in, like right next to this one. And then one I could probably put in the middle here and then just have a queue go around. Like actually this one can probably tuck in there. Like that. That works. And then this one, I'm just gonna put them like where I kind of want them to be so they're not distracting me. This one's gonna have to go like back here. And then the coaster, the final coaster, will be at the end of the path. Like right there. You can see where they all were, too. It's kind of funny. Alright. I was using these lights in the park. These ones. And now I can't even click on them. Oh, there we go. Why does this feel like it's leaning? What's wrong with this thing? It does. It does feel like it's leaning. Kind of hard to tell when the track isn't perfectly straight either. What's up with that? Okay, back to what I was doing. WOOD, yeah, huh. There's not gonna be enough space, is there? We'll have to squeeze this. Close as we can get it. I meant to copy. How do I copy? There we go. I can't fit the D! Sorry. I had to make that joke. The D doesn't fit. That's a problem. Talking about the letter, guys. Chill. I mean, I can move this other stuff. Do we really need this? Right here? No. But if I put it behind, I don't know if you'll actually see it, but it's I guess that's okay. Because it's just kind of there for a prop. There. Now we got plenty of space. You can set these the lights in the front to flash too. I don't know if I'll do that though, because the ride's only open during the day, so the lighting won't be like that effective. And I don't know how I'm gonna do. I wanted to end the ride with like a mock Golden Gate Bridge. I guess I'll have to do that with support. But I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that. I mean, I know I have rope, so maybe that works. Okay, we have a little bit more space on both sides, so. Space these out. Oh, I can't move that because the speaker's there. Okay. I know exactly what we need to do. Copy these crop hills and put them behind the sign. This is gonna add so much visual, you're not gonna believe it. How do I turn these though? I think that's the only way to do it. Like turn at an angle though. That might be all we need for that. It's all about how it looks while you're on the ride, so I guess technically this is the view right here. I could put some, sparklers or fire, some sort of firework behind them. Uh-huh. Pyro, bro. Let's do 15 seconds, because I want it to happen a lot. Oh, jeez. Okay. Have to move these back. And then I can sink them to the ground. Oh, there we go. That's better. Hmm. How do I sync these perfectly? They're at the same time. They're just like off. One's off by like 0.5 seconds or something. I don't know why there's one's off if I copied them. The hell? How this one's... How are they so far apart? Fireworks are tricky, man. It doesn't even make sense. Now they're like alternating. I want them going off at the same time. It's just not... Okay. Whatever. I don't even know if it's really worth it. Anyway, next... We need the sign, right? Lost Angels. Where's the... Oh, jeez, I thought we lost my road sign. I was gonna be pissed. It took me so long to find this one piece in the game. Los Angles. Lost Angels. What is... Why am I getting like... Oh, somebody liked my tweet. Thank you. I always get 1,000 notifications and none of them are of me going live. What the hell? What's up with that, bro? Los Angeles. so weird to see it spelled that way. Maybe I'm just stupid and in my brain I'm like, oh, it's angels. But it's not, it's angles. Anglies. Okay. So this is like a really long section of Middle America, like just a bunch of states in the middle. I'm looking for a specific crop though. I think it's just called hay? Haystack? No. I don't know if it's under Western. But it could be. It's so hard to find one single piece, especially when you know exactly what you're looking for and you don't remember exactly what the game calls it, because it's just like a stack of hay. So I don't know what else the game would call it, but it's under a very specific name. And this is what takes up the time in Planet Coaster, especially when you're looking for one single little piece that's gonna do nothing. It might be under fairy tale stuff. Oh, straw. Okay. Straw, hay, same thing. Okay. So I did want like a little representation of Texas too, which is gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna do that because I'm running out of space here in the middle. But we wanted to do like a little adobe building. Like El Paso. And it should be under building. But not a shop shell. Maybe something like that. Might do. Does that look like the Alamo? What's the Alamo look like? I don't remember. It's kind of made out of rock, isn't it? I could make it. I'm gonna make the Alamo. Remember the Alamo? I built it. I think these rocks, these western rocks will help me too. Look at all that. Yeehaw! What in tarnation? There's like no space between. I'm not moving the track anymore either. Definitely not doing that. But I will, however, move this over here. Whoop. And try to move the Alamo door. It's quote unquote the Alamo right in the middle because that's where it is. It doesn't look like it at all, but that's the idea. It's kind of a... Maybe if I change the color, that'll have an effect. Because it's kind of not... It's kind of gray and not... Yellowish at all. Mm-hmm. That's wrong. It's all about the front of the wall, too. But... If I get... Why is it like the side? Why would I want to paint this side? Mm. There we go. Connect the exit. Perfect. We have a nice Plotted out queue. What was I doing for the queue? Concrete. We can open this up. Open it up and try to make some money from it. Even if it's not finished. That way it'll pay off what I've spent on it. Because I would assume that we're operating on a loss with this one. Just because I spent... I know we're in Sandbox and we have unlimited money and it doesn't matter, but you shouldn't operate a ride on a loss. You gotta make that money back. It's still a business that I'm running, okay? It's a little bit weird. But it might just work. Start off with $6. I know that sounds cheap, but not a very exciting ride, so can't imagine we can charge too much for it. Do. That right there. Put one there. And there we go. Birthday candles. We'll have that for the queue. Thank you for the follow. May Castro, how are you doing? We're working on a classic car ride for my All-American Park. It's not done yet. It's taking a lot of time because there's so much decoration that I have to put in. I'm doing okay. Besides the fact that every waking second I'm living in a nightmare. But yeah, here you go. It goes through some different cities across America. And that's kind of the point. I'm hearing a noise and I don't know what the noise is. It's very loud. I'm very confused. You don't understand English too well? Well, don't worry. I never say anything important. Put a couple tires all over the place. Let's do a bad joke for Nimble. Let's do a joke. Oh my god. That's kind of political. How did my political jokes get in here, Nimble? Who let that happen? Well, this is kind of a yikes moment. Fortnite is like America. At one time it was good and free. Now it's neither. Jeez. That's... Wow. Well, the good news is that's out of the way. Wow. Okay. Alright, underdog. Jeez. Wow. Alright then. Truth. True? I think my neighbors have a motorcycle, and that's what I'm hearing right now. It's a very loud engine noise, and it's scaring me. I'm just a little boy, you can't make noises, it scares me. Not even a joke. That's not even a joke. It's not even funny, underdog. What are you doing, my guy? That's not even funny. Put some barrels all over the place, I guess. Oh, you know what I need in this middle section before we get to the next stop? I just thought of sunflowers, which I believe is right here. Tall sunflowers to represent the Midwest, like middle America farming. If you don't speak English very well, then it's going to be very confusing explaining all these things if you're not familiar with our country, because I'm literally making a miniature version of America. Actually, what the whole point of this ride is. So this will be the next stop, right here. Ah, man. Which means I think I have to edit, because I have to add the stop. Just stop for just 1 second. Okay. And then I need one in this corner. 1 second. Okay. That should be good. All I can hear is the fireworks from the Los Angeles section. Okay, so this is San Antonio is actually the name of the town that the Alamo is in, and this is supposed to be quote-unquote the Alamo. San Antonio, Texas. Darn old Texas. Stupid old Texas. We don't care about new Texas. Antonio. I gotta double check my spelling. San Antonio. Yeah, there you go. I need that barbecue sign. Or just a big thing of barbecue. Because we do have ribs in the park. But I think it would be funny if there was just a big barbecue. Like a big barbecue rib. You should be in order. Just ribbon, bro. Doesn't even say it on it. Not even loading. I love that.
Just ribbon.
Love it. Just ribbon. There you go. We could get a little king coaster, dude. Look at that. That kind of stands out. What else is in San Antonio? Texas land. Oh, you haven't seen the park, dog. You haven't seen the whole All-American Park, dog. We've got a classic car ride going through a mini America. And there's a New Orleans section with Mardi Gras going on. There's a Miami section with gators. And 69, because jokes. In New York City. I know this is a lot to take in if this is your first time seeing it, but also, yes, I built Niagara Falls, and that took forever, and I'm not fixing. It's as good as it's gonna be. I'm not gonna fix it. Then we did Salt Lake City, Utah. Because I wanted to have like an arch going over. I wanted to have something going over the track. Because it just felt right. And I was like, get the red arches in Utah going over. And then Seattle, where it's raining only in this section of the park. And then Los Angeles, we built the Hollywood sign. And then all of this is like just middle America stuff. And now we're doing San Antonio with the Alamo. The last Alamo. I need something like here. I'm thinking this, but that doesn't really fit the... Doesn't fit the look of what I'm going for. Top 10 things to do in San Antonio. Explore the neighborhood. Bro, I kind of just need a picture of things. It's actually a really modern area of Texas. Oh, wait a minute. Can I build the border wall, or is that offensive? Is that going too far? Is that too political to build in the game? Because I could do it. I'm just asking, okay? I'm not saying I'm going to do that. Jeez, guys, relax. Although I thought that would actually be the easiest thing to do. There's nothing else that really stands out. The Alamo has like a different style door on it than this. If I change the door, it might look more like the actual Alamo. Ding dong. It is kind of like this. Not even joking. It's exactly like this. Oh, how do I've never used this painting tool. Why am I moving the... Oh, there we go. That looks closer. The Alamo, bro. How am I gonna make the Golden Gate Bridge? Like, actually, how the hell am I gonna do that? I'm gonna have to build, like, these things. Oh, God. I need a picture of it, guys. I can't do it, like, without seeing a picture. Because that has to be the end. It's not even like this. It's kind of like these two. Ooh. These two like arching pieces going this way over it. I don't even know if there's a metal piece that's like that in the game. It's not made out of wood, it's definitely made out of metal. Oh, you know what? Oh. I don't think I can even rotate this sideways. Can I? Can I rotate this sideways? Hold on. No. Wait, why is this? Can I separate this? No, you can't. Okay. Huh. Guess I could do it. Not like a metal bar? That goes across? There has to be. This is gonna take forever. You plan on streaming all day Sunday? Are you gonna try to recreate the Golden Gate Bridge? Because that's gonna take forever. Oh my god. How am I gonna do this? Also, will it even be worth it once I get it done? Good news is I don't have to change the color or anything because it's red, not gold, even though it's called the Golden Gate Bridge. Dude. It like goes... Well, you know what? I think it might be possible. I just have to click on this, edit building, and click on this. Stacking is on, but it's not going up. Which is a major problem. Because if this doesn't stack, then yeah, we're fucked. Why? Why wouldn't you want to stack perfectly on top of the other one? Please. I'm just gonna have to do it like this. Yeah, I've heard good things about Valheim. Let's just go 3 high, that way I'm not like overworking. I don't need it to be gigantic. But definitely needs to be sizable enough so that you know what it is, right? And then for suspension things, I have, like to attach it, I have, ropes and chains and like electrical wires that will work pretty well. I don't know if I can paint them red, but I think you'll get it. Like, if you see this at the end, you'll be like, oh, that's the Golden Gate Bridge. I hope. I hope that's how this works. Thank you for the follow, Sour Buggy. Any relation to M-Bug? Because she's kind of sour sometimes. Sorry, you don't understand that joke. Somebody else in the community. Is this matching? Okay. Whoop. Oh my god, dude. I can't. I literally can't do this. Why would there not just be a cross beam that's straight? I don't understand, Planet Coaster. Unless I just do this. You guys think this will be okay? Because that's as good as it's gonna get. I mean, it's not exactly what it looks like, but maybe it just has to look like it. What are you making? A miniature Golden Gate Bridge. And we'll put mock waves back here too. And like a big rock here. And that'll be the end of this ride, I think. We can put some trees in the end here. Do 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 do. Nothing lifts my spirits like some dynamite. Yeehaw. Mm. Is your park like California? It's all of America. The only parts in California are Hollywood and I guess San Francisco back here. The point is for you to start and go. It drives through a mini America, and so there's like a Florida, New York City, Niagara Falls up here, and we did like Seattle on the West Coast. It's like a classic car ride in the corner of my park that just goes through all the things that make America great again. No, nobody's even on this coaster, by the way. Nobody likes my rides back here at all. Nobody's coming over to this side of the park. So Ripperini, I guess. Maybe a water tower. I'm just thinking of like little props we can put in here. That might be it. Yeehaw! He shot my paw. Sorry. Alright. Do. Just gonna put this underneath the track. That might be all we need right there, boys. I should probably keep the terrain, like, the dirt section over here, right? Bring this down. Yeah, it looks better. Some cowboys. And then we'll finish this. And we got all these rides to do. Is this even... This is open, right? Yeah, just nobody comes down here. Nobody cares about the back of the park. I'll have to do some advertisement or something. I think this is the last stop. So... We're done after I finish the bridge, basically. San Fran. Cisco. This is perfect because there's going to be rocks here anyway. That'll add to the queue decoration. Don't worry about it loading in. As soon as I zoom out, this will be fine. It's a PlayStation 4 issue and the console edition where textures just don't load in when you zoom. It's actually kind of annoying. Alright. Oh, we need some of these. Copy that, bring this over here. Mhm. Okay. All the way up. Definitely a little bit rough, but I think that's the best I'm gonna get it to look. Now, for the connection part, well, we have some. Let's look for chain. Might be under just full prop here. And we've got these and straight ones. Let's look at rope. I mean, I could do a mix of things. Yeah, ropes, we got a lot of rope. A lot of rope. I'm pretty sure I can paint rope too. No? Can I paint the chain? No. Oh boy. That's unfortunate. Look, there's a bridge right here. Just put this here. That's it. There you go. What? That's it. That's what it looks like. I don't know. I don't know. I really have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. Or why I'm even trying. Honestly. Because it has to be attached at both sides. You know how long this is gonna take to do? Do you have any idea? Why am I doing this? It's gonna look stupid. Oh boy. you have to get the angle perfect, or else it doesn't work. And there's no way to do that. I mean, someone could do this, but definitely not me. I don't have these building skills. You won't even notice it that much. Oh, God. I think I've bit off more than I can chew here. I'm starting to second guess this. I mean, it would be sick, right? It would be super cool. I wonder if I can, no. Let me try something. For some reason, this will not attach to things. I don't know what's going on. Oop. We're getting there. It's just like I have to deal with the angles of every little piece. That's gonna just be more work than I assumed it would be. And help. Somebody help me. I have a new plan. A new plan, new plan, new plan. New plan. If I do this on the ground... like... this? If I do it on the ground... it'll be easier, I think. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Charge $1 for people who get in, 50 cents for kids, and let's open it up for 1,000 people so I can get more guests in here. No, can I flip this over? Should be able to. Oh boy. So that's the idea. It doesn't look great. Oh boy. Why is it bringing in the whole bridge? Don't bring in the whole bridge. Thank you. It's not even attaching. What the? Missed a piece too. How do you miss a piece? Copy. Okay. So if that's it's off by like 1. So if I put one more in the middle, this might work. Aha. Maybe then it'll be the perfect length. Oh! Huh. I know it's gonna be off, but we have to do it. This is like the most ambitious thing I've ever built in my life. Oh. It's close. Like the edges are a bit off though, still. If I just have it floating in the air, that'd be wrong. It's almost like I need chains at the end. Hmm. Yeah, this is off. It's just curved weird. I mean, you get it, right? You get what it is when you see it. I wish I could paint the chains red. I don't know why that's not an option. Maybe like if I add some ropes or something, maybe that'll help. Like right in the corner part. Mm-hmm. If anyone out there in the Planco community wants to make, if anybody out there wants to make a miniature Golden Gate Bridge. Please. Feel free to do so. Because I think I can't do it. Trying. Mm-hmm. How am I gonna make fake waves? Probably with art pieces. There should be a couple triangles. I know there's like flat pieces for the wall. Like I could just get a prop wall, like a stucco wall, paint it blue, and then that might be it. That'll be the easiest way to do it. So let's see, let me save my game so I don't have to rebuild all this shit. Oh, we have these. Those are kind of like wavy. I gotta get it taller than that though. Why is there just not a flat? I guess this is flat. Do, 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 do. Where's the... Oh, yeah. Okay. I think at the top of the wall, maybe I could get the line in here. Because it does look kind of wavy. Oh, that's the wrong. Could put real water back here. Oh, you know what? I could just have like a bunch of wave effects in front of this. Either like sprinklers or splashes. And then that's probably all I need. And then this ride is done. Done forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever? Do. Water effects, huh? What do we got? Fountain splash. This is ongoing, constant water. That's good. Get this on both sides. And then right at the end here. Why is lava underwater? Oh, because it's steam, I guess. Getting sprinkled. Put some sprinklers right under the track. Yeah, you're getting wet on this ride for sure. In the Seattle section with the rain, and then this section with the splashing water. That'll make this part more interesting. And hopefully that'll distract you from looking at my really shitty bridge. You know? That's the most important part. As long as you don't pay attention. These water jets shoot up way too high. Mm-hmm. Going over here, buddy. Alright, what else we got? Flash line. This comes out pretty fast, doesn't it? Oops, that's not the axis I want to turn. I know somebody made a prop whale. I don't know where that is, but if I could find it, I would put it here. That would be cool. Alright, time to go over here. And take some of these. I don't know what we're gonna do on the lake for the back. Because I don't have a lot of other buildings that I really need to put in here. Guess I could just place more rocks. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Trying to get it so you don't see the rock through the wall on the other side. This is apparently a really difficult thing to do because the rocks are shaped weird. Okay, I guess we're gonna continue the park back here, where nobody is. And I didn't even add, garbage cans. Garbage cans and benches for people to sit down. My all-American park here. Oh, there's a couple people over this way. Swift Eagles kind of has a line, but not as exciting as we would have hoped. I should be able to just... Ooh. Continue this straight forward. At least that far. And then that way I can get the end of the path there. Of course, I'm getting an issue right here. Okay, so this needs a queue line. We'll get a queue line for this. This is called the 360 power. It spins upside down, and like the seats themselves can spin upside down, and the whole thing can spin, and it can swing back and forth. So this ride has a lot of options in terms of what you want to do with it, and I guess we'll decide that in 2 seconds. The queue should be going on the outside. The entrance, or the exit. I mean, the exit should be on the inside there. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how long the queue on this one needs to be. Alright, so we've got let's start with a half swing. A stall? Does that mean all the way upside down? Can it go all the way upside down? I don't remember. Oh, I think it... Oh yeah, I can. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, this ride is nutty. We'll do like that. So it swings, and you get stuck upside down there. Then you loop the other way, and you swing back, and that should be it. That should be all we need for it. Are these rides? Is this in its own work section? Didn't I make this a separate work section? I guess I can split it in half, and it won't matter because there's a lot of rides back here. I just copy the staff building. And we'll just have a third work section back here. That'll be fine. For these rides. And then that shop, and we can add more shops later. Call it backwoods. The backwoods of America. That way I remember it's in the back of the park. Which means I have to assign these people. To the right place. Monsieur Fritz, the French fries. Click the wrong button. We need security camera back here somewhere. I thought I had one. I guess not. Guess it wasn't in this corner. Because obviously it's not there. I just need to push this back a little bit. But that is kind of where this is gonna go. The equalizer, which is this coaster back here, can't actually do loops. But usually they're very large. They're very large, like airtime coasters. And then we just need to do the queue for the elixir machine. Which the entrance, I guess, can be on the outside. And we'll have to decorate the queue somehow there. This one just spins around. Nothing special. Oh, there we go. Trying to get it like perfectly in the corner. Mm. Oh, let's call it Old Glory. Gotta have some American names here. Old Glory. And I don't know what the settings on this one really do, because it's pretty much just it just spins around. So I don't think it matters if I change this too much. Did I add music to the... I didn't add music to the San Antonio part. I need that Western music, dude. Or at least something. Can't believe I almost forgot. What about Planet Bluegrass? Bluegrass is a good type of music. And what ambient sound do we want to hear? Pirate caves? No, there should be another beach, like, wave crashing thing. I did Seashore for the Miami one. I don't know what if that sea sounds like, but sure. I hope you guys can hear this. I can't hear. What the hell? We'll hear it on. We'll ride the ride at the end of the stream, and we'll hear all the noises and stuff. So don't worry too much about it right now. This just needs theming. Pretty sure I can just copy this whole thing. I should hire people for back here. Won't worry about staff wages in 2 seconds. Hold on. We were going with Chief Beef. At least one Chief Beef in each section, I think. Yep. Okay, we hired 2 janitors. Hired a security guard. Oh, I'm gonna need another one. I need at least one in each section. Do. I got 2 mechanics in each section, I think, should be. That's usually what I do. So, 1 more. Just so they can swap out shifts and stuff. And fix the rides when they break down. There is a setting you can have that will just make it so your rides never break down, but I mean... like, whatever. Part of the fun, right? Look at that, both exit paths connect. Perfect. Okay, so then I'll just add, you know, some decoration for these queues. I don't think we need anything super crazy or special. probably just have like trees, I guess. Because I don't know if a building out here would really make a lot of sense. Huh? Gatorade. Drink it. Sponsor me. There's not even a... Well, there is a bathroom, but there's only one bathroom. Need another bathroom back here. People gotta go to the party, dude. Zooming. We're zooming all over the place. Zooming. I think I actually did do this next to the other building. But I know we spent so much of the build limit on that car ride, so I gotta be careful. Can't like overdo it back here. We don't need too much decoration. Okay. I still have stuff from like the Halloween build, the Spooky Pack challenge that we did under my favorites. Although sometimes it'll reset your favorites randomly, so maybe that's why that's all there. Who's honking? The hell is that? One of my posters just farted. Fuck. Oh, I think that's this ride starting up. And since there's nobody back here, I guess I have to set this to any load. With it. We'll have a break there. And okay. Concrete in the middle, so it looks like a street. People can get from one coaster to the other ride there in the middle, which is what we need. And then even though this park is open during the day, still need to add a few lights along the main path. It just feels weird not to do it. Feels wrong. You know? Like, I don't need them because it's not dark, but they're not there. It just feels like something's missing. How much am I charging for the American Arrow right now? $12? Yeah, okay. I think all the coasters are at 12. It's just not a very popular park. I don't know, nobody's over here, dude. They say it's cheap, but then they never spend their money. $5 for the Ferris wheel, that's a good deal. How much for the observation tower thing? $10.50? Really? Surprised people would pay that. And raise that to 11. Price of the wooden coaster is 12. Apparently people want to pay more, so we'll raise it all the way to $14 for right now. And the other ones can be whatever they are. Okay, so back here we have French fries, burgers, soda. I think I want to copy the barbecue place. Put another one back here. I love ribs. Ribs are, oh, they're just so good. They're so good. My stomach grumbled as I said that. Not even joking. What? It didn't copy the poster! There's a poster in the back. I know there's a poster in the back because I put it there. Come on, game. Was it right in the middle or was it up high? Neither. Okay. Raise that up a little bit. I copied the thing. Why didn't this come with it? There. It's about there. Okay, so we just have to assign the water, which I believe it's only the second water place we have, to this work roster. Boom, like that. And just ribbon number 2, where you can get some briskets and ribs, which sounds that sounds really good right now. Make me hungry. How does Planet Coaster make me hungry? I don't know. We didn't ride this at the beginning of the stream. Wait, yes we did. I lied. Well, we can ride it again because we got nothing else to do besides decorate the queues and then build the Enterprise, which is going to be the last thing that I do. Sometimes you just gotta ride a coaster. Sometimes you just gotta ride one of your coasters, you know? After spending all that time building and placing any object. Okay. Take some of these trees. Put the tree, well, no, I should probably build this coaster before we do that. Okay, hold on. Before I add any more decorations for this stuff back here, I'll just build the coaster. I'll just do it. Get it over with. Alright, so this is an Enterprise, which is a pretty straightforward, classic American steel coaster. Or the Equalizer. We can come up with our own name. It really doesn't matter what it's called. But like I said earlier, this one is kind of known for airtime and big hills and not loops, so we don't need to go too high. Probably just 145. And cut it to like 16. Ooh. I think it can. Yeah, it can bank. It can't even bank sideways all the way. And that's as steep as it can drop, too. So let's do a 75-degree turn. Let's test. I gotta come up with a name for this coaster. We could just call it the Equalizer. I'm thinking freedom. Yeah, just freedom, man. America. This one's kind of like the car on it is actually kind of science fiction-y. This is what it looks like. It's very modern looking car to it. Very bumpy. I don't know why it's so bumpy. Cause it is. Smooth it out, underdog. What are you thinking, man? Okay. Yeah, so we'll just have this bouncing around the back of the park. Get a big hill here. That's what this coaster is known for, is big airtime. I should have the momentum to do this. Yeah. Big hills. Mm-hmm. 39 meters is the magic number. This whole thing dropping at an angle? We don't want that. Uh-oh. Why am I losing so much speed? Maybe I have to make this drop steeper. That's all I can think of. Look how steep that is. There we go. Is this curve too big back here? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. That might slow the coaster down too much. Which I obviously don't want to do. I think we can go in the ground a little bit. If I like tunnel, no, I can't. Okay, it doesn't want me to do that with the equalizer. Just load back in. I screwed it up. I done screwed it all up. Ah, somebody made a vintage coaster on the Frontier Workshop. Dang. Is this available for PS4? They're showing off a bunch of blueprints, but no, I think this is on Steam only, fortunately. If you guys are out there on PS4, hey, share your builds on the workshop. Trying to. Why is it being so laggy? What is happening? Oh my.